And now to some entertainment news. The Oscars are this weekend because the writer's strike is over. Juno is causing a sensation, and Andy Kindler is here to talk to us about it. He's best known for his annual scathing State of the Industry speeches at the Montreal Just for Laughs Comedy Festival. And he also regularly appears on The Late Show with David Letterman. And by our rough measurements, I'd say he's the curmudgeonliest man in comedy. Do you think that's fair, Andy?
Yes, I'm like Andy Rooney, but I have punchlines.
Smaller eyebrows.
See, Andy Rooney used to be the curmudgeon, but now he just goes on for 2 or 3 minutes and he complains. Why are the coupons still coming in the mail? Why is the phone still have a cord? Why is there cheese in my refrigerator that's expired? See, I'm curmudgeonly, but my eyebrows are neatly trimmed.
And you don't have hair in your ears.
I do have my hair in my ears, but you got to go way in. I have every trimmer that's available on the market. In fact, I'm a spokesman.
Good to know.
I endorse a couple of them.
But only in Europe, because you don't want to bring down your Q rating.
I'm just like Sting. Mm-hmm. I only do commercials in Japan.
So Andy, the Oscars, are you rooting for any favorites?
Well, first of all, I'm so glad that the writer's strike is over because I was so afraid that we weren't going to have the Oscars because the Golden Globes, they had instead of the usual Golden Globes, they had a news conference.
Yep.
And they announced the names of the winners.
Yep.
And I thought it still went a little long. I thought they could trim it back a little bit, like maybe less pauses in between the actual announcements.
So the Oscars.
Okay.
So there's this big debate about the comedy Juno, which is up for Best Picture and Best Original Screenplay, and it's it tells the story of this teenage girl named Juno, played by Ellen Page, who's up for Best Actress, and she gets pregnant and keeps the baby. Let's listen to a scene.
Dude, I think it's best to just tell him.
I'm pregnant.
But I'm going to give it up for adoption, and I already found the perfect couple. They're going to pay for the medical expenses and everything, and 30-odd weeks, we can just pretend that this never happened.
You're pregnant?
I'm sorry. And if it is any consolation, I have heartburn that is radiating in my kneecaps, and...
I didn't even know you were sexually active.
Who is the kid?
The baby? I don't really know much about it other than, it has fingernails, allegedly.
Nails, really?
Yeah.
So, Andy, people are asking whether this is a pro-life movie or pro-choice, or whether it's just too cute. What do you think?
I actually really love this movie. But the thing about this movie that's kind of misleading is if you hear little clips of it, you kind of think that the comedy is too flippant. And I don't even know what the word flippant means. But when you see the movie in context, it's really actually hilarious. But I just think it's so funny that people want to draw conclusions about movies based on what the person in the movie does. So, if, in other words, she decided to have the babies, well, that means they're making a pro-life statement. I mean, it's like, should we have a council of people that goes through every script and make sure there's no unnecessary smoking? And, it's like, I didn't get the sense that she was making any kind of comment about that issue.
Do you think that Juno has a real shot? It's up against Atonement, Michael Clayton, No Country for Old Men, and There Will Be Blood.
Well, I think it was the best movie I've seen so far, although I haven't seen There Will Be Blood, but I know it... you had a problem with it?
I'm the only person who hated that movie, I think. But anyway, did you see Michael Clayton?
I saw Michael Clayton, and I happen to be a big George Clooney fan. Not that it matters to him, but then I left the movie, cannot remember a scene from it. So that always makes me nervous.
So far, though, you're not being very grumpy about, let's see, Juno, Michael Clayton, they were okay with you. So Jon Stewart is hosting. I don't think we'll have an opening number sung by Billy Crystal.
Oh, do you remember the year that... This is actually true. Billy Crystal standing in front of Clint Eastwood and said, "Most people your age are dead and dying."
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, he did. But you just keep rolling along. I so much wanted Clint Eastwood just to punch Billy Crystal in the face. And thank God the Writers Guild strike is over because Bruce Valanche is up and writing again.
Yes.
So we know there'll be Jack Palance jokes.
One-arm push-up.
Or Palance? Is it Jack Palance?
I think it's Palance. So let's move on to maybe Paris Hilton's new movie, The Hottie and the Naughty.
And they were so much wanted that movie to come out in time, but they had some production
problems. In time for what? Oh, for the Oscars.
Yeah, for the Oscars. You know, the thing is, how do you get anybody decide when in a field where there's so much tinkering and second guessing and third guessing that actually someone could allow the name of a movie to be the hottie and the naughty, the goody and the not so good. But yeah, I'm telling you, Paris Hilton, she should have her acting CGI'd somehow. She should have a stunt actor who takes her place.
Well, that movie only pulled in about $250 per theater.
Well, that's good. Finally, the marketplace is right.
Right, Adam Smith at work. But Matthew McConaughey, who is another Fair Game favorite, he made Fool's Gold, and it earned the #1 spot its opening weekend. So here's a bit of the trailer.
If we don't go after that treasure, it's going to haunt us the rest of our lives.
Finn and Tess have a love-hate relationship.
Come on, Tess, you're not going to hit me.
But there's nothing like a little adventure to bring two people closer together. Matthew McConaughey, Kate Hudson, Fool's Gold.
How'd you learn to fly?
PlayStation!
Andy, what do you think?
That is deep. You know what the Fool's Gold, the name of the title should refer to, is the fake chemistry between Kate Hudson and Matthew McConaughey. It's like you come across, you go, oh, look at those two attractive. Oh, it's Fool's Gold. It's fool's chemistry. I don't understand the Matthew McConaughey phenomenon. I really, although I did enjoy him in that. Wasn't he like in a good movie first early on? Why am I forgetting?
Oh, Dazed and Confused.
Yes, that was fantastic. Can he do that again?
You're a fan of his juvenilia.
I loved I loved the young Matthew McConaughey.
Finally, Andy, while the strike was going on, some of the most exciting and dramatic television could be found on CNN, who always tells you they're the best political team on TV.
Yeah, that's so great when people tell you. I always start my comedy act out with, "Hi, I'm Andy Kindler, the best comedian you're going to see this evening."
Did you, the debates and the coverage of the primaries and the concessions, did you find yourself riveted?
First of all, it used to be that CNN you kind of thought they actually did give you a fairly good recap of the news. Then all of a sudden they had Lou Dobbs, who wakes up every morning whipping up anti-immigration fervor. It makes MSNBC look good.
Who do you want for president?
Barack Obama will be our next president. I will be our next vice president.
Wow. You're declaring that here. Okay.
No, Barack's going to win, though. Absolutely. I've never been more excited about something since when I thought my career was going to go the right way early on.
Well, we'll leave it at that.
Great.
Back when you had the audacity of hope for yourself.
That's right. But it wasn't just about the hope for me. I had some good dating humor.
Andy Kindler, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Faith.
Andy Kindler is a regular on The Late Show with David Letterman and is now a regular on our show. So eat it, Dave. For more about Andy, visit our website, morefairgame.org.
Thanks for taking Dave down at the end there.
Bye.
Thanks, Faith.